Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of John Matrix Talks Movies. Today, we will talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. Thank you for joining us today. If this is your first time to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future content on movies from me. Now, Spider-Man Far From Home is the second movie of the reinvented Spider-Man series. Now, this movie will take place after the next Avengers movie. So it's going to take place after the sequel to Infinity War. We don't know what the name of the next Avengers movie is going to be called. It won't be called Infinity War. That we do know. So we know for a fact that Spider-Man is coming back. And guess who else is coming back? If you watched the end of Infinity War, the end credit scene, you saw Nick Fury. Nick Fury disappeared along with a lot of other people. Samuel L. Jackson right now is shooting scenes as Nick Fury in this movie. So he will be joining Tom Holland in this movie. So now I'm assuming that Nick Fury and Maria Hill is also going to be in this movie as well as, and she will be played by Kobe Smulders. So I'm assuming that neither Nick Fury or Maria Hill actually know Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Now, there is still no confirmation that Nick Fury is actually in the next Avengers movie. I believe Spider-Man is in that movie. So my theory is that Nick Fury, when he disappeared, he went to another dimension. And I think that's where he will end up meeting Spider-Man. Now, we really need to see how the events unfold in Infinity War to really kind of guide us where this movie is going to be. But I think that's where they will end up meeting, in this other dimension. Now, a lot of people think everybody died. I don't think they died. I think they were more like they were transferred to another dimension. That's what I really think now. And I think that Nick Fury and Spider-Man, they're going to play a huge role in this new movie. So I think Nick Fury is going to help Spider-Man out a lot, mainly because of the villains in this movie. Now, the word is that the main villain in this movie will be Mysterio. Now, also coming back is Vulture, played by Michael Keaton. Now, I'm not exactly sure if Vulture is necessarily going to be a bad guy in this movie. He could actually end up helping Peter Parker just because of the way the first Spider-Man movie ended. But I could be wrong. So you never know. Now, Mysterio, he should be really the only true villain in this movie. He is powerful enough to carry this movie from a bad guy standpoint. Now, Mysterio, he's a mastermind of designing a special effect and stage illusion where he can do a lot of damage to people in the city and everything. Also, in the comics, he is the one that actually sends Spider-Man to basically like another universe, another dimension, something like that. That's why the movie, I believe, is entitled Spider-Man Far From Home. As far as Tony Stark is concerned, there is no confirmation that he is appearing in this movie. But however, there is a photo showing Gwyneth Paltrow probably returning as Pepper Potts in this movie. So if she's in this movie, it's almost 100% chance that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Tony Stark in this movie. Now, as far as Tony Stark and Nick Fury being involved with Mysterio in this movie, Mysterio, he's a master of like hypnosis and magic. So what if he used some of his tricks on Tony Stark and Nick Fury to make them turn against Spider-Man. That would be a nice, interesting twist to basically make Nick Fury and Tony Stark a bad guy and basically kind of be like henchmen of Mysterio. Now, we don't know that for sure, but think of it as almost kind of like a mini Civil War where you had the Avengers kind of going after each other. I don't know if that'll happen, but that would be a good plot twist that I would probably like to see in this movie. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal is supposed to be playing Mysterio. That's the rumor. I like him. I've never really imagined him as like playing a true bad guy. So I don't think I've ever seen him play a bad guy before. You know, like in Jarhead and all of his other movies, he's basically never really played a bad guy. So it'll be interesting to see how he pulls this off. Another interesting element to this movie is that Pepper Potts, rumor is she's like looking down at Tony Stark's Iron Man helmet. Now, does this mean that Tony Stark is dead? Or is he trapped in another dimension, maybe from what happens in the events of the next Avengers movie that we don't know much about? Also, Jon Favreau, it looks like he may be coming back as Happy Hogan in this movie. Now, I don't think that Jon Favreau will have a huge role in this movie because if you don't know, he's actually writing his own Star Wars TV live action TV series. So he has his hands pretty much tied. So maybe he's just doing a cameo in the next Spider-Man movie. But really don't know. Not a lot of information on that. Well, that's all I really have for you today on John Matrix Talks Movies. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. Leave a comment on what you think of Spider-Man Far From Home. We'll catch you on the next video. John Matrix, out.